Hey everyone, welcome to Love is Greater Than Fear Development. I am so happy that you have found your way here, and I am hopeful that I will be able to provide value to you and your child on their developmental journey. So, today we're going to talk about sign language. When should you incorporate sign language? How many signs should you start with? And what signs should you start with? So, let's go ahead and get to it. So for starting with sign language, I really don't think you can start too early. Just know that it may take quite a bit of time if you start extra early to get results. Personally, I started with my son at 6 months, but also, this was many years ago, and this is also what I do for a living, and I've been doing this for many years. A great sign to start with is more. So more is just putting your two hands together and tapping more. So I like to start at mealtime. So with favorite foods. So really limiting how much you're giving and then creating opportunities for your child to ask for more, to make a connection to more. So it will take quite a bit of time typically to make that connection depending on how young you start. So it really just depends. So you can try that. I'm going to go ahead and use Gary. Gary's my gorilla, and I will show you what hand over hand looks like with Mr. Gary. So we have more, so more. Gary gets some ice cream. Nom, 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 nom. It's so delicious. More. Yum. Anyway, it's as simple as that, okay? So you can start with a highly motivating food. For my son, it was lasagna, and he was 6 months old, and I would do hand over hand, and it took several months for him to get it on his own. So just remember, when you start very young, it's going to take a little bit longer. So I would start with more for the very first sign. More, okay. And then immediately reinforce with the desired food or the desired action. Another sign that is great to incorporate is all done. So when your child starts getting fussy in their high chair, or you know they're just done with something, you can model it for them. All done. And you can even do hand over hand with them and show them all done, and then you immediately reinforce with being all done. So those are two signs that I really like to start with. The other one, if you're really feeling like, you want to add another one in, I'm very hesitant to add too many. So really one, maybe two at a time, and then kind of see how your child is doing. So I always feel like parents don't give themselves enough credit for, really kind of intuitively knowing what their child needs. So you guys know what your child will be able to tolerate. But another great sign to incorporate would also be milk. So this is a sign for milk. Milk. So if your child is really, wanting their milk, and it's time for their sippy or bottle, you can sign milk. And so always pair the word with the sign or action. So milk. And the other thing that I just want to say that's really important is I have this come up a lot with parents, where parents will say, I don't think they're not doing it right. And I'm like, well, you know what? It takes a lot of coordination. It's going to take a lot of that fine motor coordination, right? To just precisely get our hands just right. So we call it an approximation. I see kids doing this for more. I see them doing this. I see them doing this. I see them doing this. So that's an approximation for more. It means the same thing, and they're making that connection. So that is absolutely lovely because they're showing us that they understand they have to do something in order to get something. So all done sometimes looks like that instead of this. So just keep that in mind. I hope that that is helpful, and just remember the fact that you are here being curious about your child's development, learning new ways to connect to your child and different strategies is such a huge testament to who you are as a parent and a person. It's a beautiful gift you're giving your child. So I absolutely love that. And just remember, just take good care. And until next time, just hold within that you're doing great, and love is greater than fear. Take care.